What if every YouTube video you create could automatically become a professional newsletter without any extra work? Today, we're going to show you an automation system powered by OpenAI's GPT 4.1 model that transforms your own video content into newsletter gold. Okay, let's take a look at this AI automation system in action. So I'm going to take the video ID from this video, and I'm going to go to my spreadsheet for YouTube videos, and I'm going to add the video ID into this sheet. I'm going to select professional, witty, or casual. I'll select witty. I'll select the length that I want. So I'll just say medium is fine, and I'll give it some notes that special instructions. So I'll enter that, and then I'll start the automation. So I'll run automation, and it's going to go through the Google spreadsheet. It's going to use Decodo's YouTube scrape APIs to scrape my own video and get the transcript, do a bit of processing here, and then help me figure out exactly how to organize the newsletter. Project Planner will go through and help me delegate. We're going to do some more detailed research here with the research assistants, and then going through the editor to edit the content. The creative director will create a visual that will represent the top of the newsletter, and then Polish Agent will put everything together, and then I'll post that in Kit. A few minutes later, we have a draft in Kit that has the subject line. It has the visual that gives a attractive appeal to this newsletter, and then we have a detailed guide, and then a button that links to the video. So let's walk through node by node. So the first node is going to be a Google Sheets node. So this will point to the My YouTube Videos Google Sheet that I showed. So inside this Google Sheets here, I can specify the video ID that I want to convert into a newsletter, and then I could populate more than one, and each one could have a different tone, different length, and different notes. So then I go into this loop. So if I have more than one video, I will loop through and prepare a draft newsletter for each of the videos. So I'm going to start here with a video setting. So this will just get a holder for the video ID, notes, tone, and length. And then we're going to go into the first processing node here, which is the Decodo YouTube scrape. So this is going to process for my own video the transcript. So I'm going to go to Decodo. So I'm going to the Web Advanced section. I'm going to select the YouTube transcript, and I'm going to put in my video ID, and I'm going to send the request. I'm using their 7-day free trial with 1,000 scripts included, so I'll include a link in the description. So you'll see here the results of that, and I can just go back to the requests, copy the requests, and then go back to my HTTP, do an import curl, and then paste this in. All right, so after I paste this in, I will get all the different parameters I need. And then, so the next node is a format node. So in the transcripts, there is a timestamp. So I'm just using this code that I asked Claude to generate for me to remove those timestamps. And then I'm going to go to the first AI agent, which is a research leader for the newsletter. So they have some specific instructions on how to take the transcript and then make that into some key distilled key takeaways, and then some newsletter specific outlines. So some instructions for that, and then the voice tone, and then how we want to deliver the outline. So I pass into the transcript, and then the notes from the Google Sheet, and then the video URL, and then the project planner. That's just a node that creates the work items for the research assistant. So we break down the outline into specific work items that each of the research assistants can process. So the research assistants, they will take the prompt from the project planner, and they're going to generate, based on that prompt, 400 words each. So that prompt, each of the research assistants, there's going to be 4 of them that's created. Each of the research assistants will do their part in the newsletter. Then we do some processing here to make sure that everything's put together into one cohesive manner here. And then this merge node is necessary because I want to get the video settings in here. So this is a cool little trick, because if you don't put this in here, what will happen is that if you try to reference these settings in the editor, it won't be able to resolve properly. So this allows us to get that information right from the beginning of the workflow. So then the editor, if you look at that, so editor is specializing in refining the newsletter. So what it's going to do is take all the results from the research assistants and then put it all together, have the tone to be what was specified in in the Google Sheet, and then the length also to be specified in the Google Sheet. So this is where we control how long the newsletter is, and then we look at the different content review instructions, content preservation rules, key skills, engagement focus. So there's a lot of details here in terms of how we want to format the output, and at the end we're going to have HTML that combines everything. So then after we have this article, HTML article, we're going to go into the fifth AI agent, which is a creative director. So this creative director is skilled at visual storytelling and brand identity, and their goal is to summarize the article that the editor just completed and make sure that we can create a cartoon caption of it. So, a high level, what's the four main points, and then create an image, a cartoon strip based on that, and then have a black and white color, and then we give it some more instructions. And then what it's going to do here is it's going to call into these tools that we've provided. So these tools, there's two tools here. There's a generate image tool. So this generate image tool is specified using this generate the call n8n node, call n8n workflow tool. So we add this in here, and we tell it that it generates images, and we say the image prompt is automatically defined by the model, so it'll figure out based on what it needs, what image to generate, and then the type is to generate. So the idea is that it will call into this sub workflow, and the sub workflow will have a switch that says what kind of type is it. If it's generate, then it's going to go into the top node here, and it's going to generate using the OpenAI GPT-1 model. So if you go to the OpenAI node here, it's going to have message of models, and then it's going to have also generate an image. So we select to generate an image. So this creates this node here, and then we give it a resolution. You can have high resolution if you want. You want high, low, or medium. So you can select that as well. And then it processes into what's called base64, so an ASCII representation of the data that then gets extracted and then put into a binary form using extract from file. So extract from file is just a node here that is part of n8n. And then we upload the image. So we're going to use a service called ImagePD to upload the image. So this will just store the file and return a URL that we can use, and then we return that. So below is a edit image. So we're primarily using the edit image path for this project because what the edit image can do, if you look at the creative director, it says when using, so I'm asking it to use the edit image tool and use this as an example. So I have a image here. So if I open that up, I'm going to see an example image. So I'm telling this tool that I want something similar, right? So this is what this does here. So the advantage of that is if you want a different style, you can just upload a different image, and then you'll be able to get a different style. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is go into the polish agent. So this polish agent, what it does is two tasks, right? It takes the image that we generated. So the end result of the creative director is a URL to the image we generated, and it's going to embed this image into the HTML that the editor has created, and it's also going to create a title. So the output of that, if you go to the structured output parser here, is a title and then a image URL and article combined. So HTML that has both, and then we have a title, and then here the last I'll open this up is my Kit post node. So this, I'm using a service called Kit for my newsletter. So I create this HTTP request. They have an API page that there's a API called create broadcast. So you can select the curl, and once again go into here, and then import curl. specify your curl, and then import. And what that will do is give you this information here, and that will be what you need to hook up and specify what you need for the end of the workflow. So then this processes and then goes back for the next loop item. Thanks for watching. See you next video.